the second part of this 3-part series. Alright, part 2. We are going to cut our fabric. So first, you're going to lay out your main hat piece. This will be the front piece, so fold over the face area and trace around the pattern. Be sure to add a 1/2 inch seam allowance on all the sides. I'm using my tape measure for this because its width is almost 1/2 inch. And do that to all the sides and cut. Be sure to pat your cat and then you cut your fabric. Once your fabric is cut, it will look like this, and then cut small circles for the eyes. You can use your eye pattern for this. And then you'll need 2 of those. Okay. For the ears, fold over your fabric and lay over that pattern. You can trace or you can just directly cut. You're going to add 1/2 or 1/4 of an inch allowance for this. And there you'll need 2 of these. Next, for the back hat or back part of the hat, fold your fabric in 1/2 and then fold your pattern in 1/2. Unfold the front piece, the face piece, and then lay it over. Trace around, add an inch allowance at the bottom and a 1/2 inch allowance at the sides. Snip, snip. Don't forget to cut the darts. There's your back piece. I'm laying over my front piece and the back piece, and I'll test out the arrow pattern. So just checking if it would fit, and it fits, so continue. Now we're going to cut the face area. I'm using flesh toned felt for this. Add an inch allowance at the bottom, trace the face area, and add a 1/2 inch seam allowance at the sides and at the top, and then the inch allowance at the bottom. Cut, cut. And there we go. There's your face piece. Now for the arrow, I'm folding over the front arrow to the back and trace that. Of course, you're going to align everything. So now, carefully draw the arrow pieces. I'm extending the drawing, the tracing, and then folding it back, and then draw the rest of the arrow. Now carefully cut it. This part is sped up, and I will actually show you a real time how slow I am actually cutting this fabric. So there we go. It's very slow. Be very, very careful on this because any mistake would show on the final product. Alright, here is your arrow piece. Again, I'm going to test it out. If it fits, it fits. Now for the nose, fold your fabric and then cut your bean shape. There's the nose. For the ears, lay your pattern piece and then you can trace it, but I just cut it. No need for seam allowances at this point. So it would look like this, and the ears would look like this. You're going to need 2 of those, by the way, and then the horns. Fold your fabric, lay your pattern, and cut. Add a 1/2 inch seam allowance. You'll need 4 of these. Now for the smaller part of the eyes, just cut circles. You can use your pattern, or you can eyeball it. Get it? Eyeball. Okay. For the blush part, you're going to fold your fabric piece and cut the half oval shape. You'll need 2 of these. So your fabrics so far should be cut, and it should have the back piece, the front piece, the face piece. I say piece a lot. And the 2 eyes. Oh, I didn't put the eyes yet. Okay, the arrow. Now the eyes. No, okay, the ears. The horns. Now the eyes. Oh yeah, there it is. And the blush. The blush is completely optional. So that is the part 2. All your fabric is now cut, and then on to part 3 for the sewing part.